direction of the President of the United States, stay in your homes. I repeat, stay in your homes.
Johnny, is freedom of speech, is it becoming a bloody thing of the past? And does anyone give a shit? Freedom of speech, Johnny? Yeah, no one gives a shit about freedom of speech until it starts to affect them.
What's that?
Right, yeah, but Johnny, freedom of speech has been around a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, Johnny, freedom of speech bloody laws, they were brought in years ago when there was no internet and people really didn't have a forum or an outlet to make their opinions known. Yeah, back in the 1770s, Johnny, a lot of people couldn't even bloody read. There was no TV, the newspapers, there was one bloody newspaper, it probably pushed its agenda, even though it said it wouldn't. And there was just no way for ordinary people to get their feelings expressed or known. Johnny, are you saying that governments used to do whatever they bloody liked before there was the internet? So back then and today, Johnny, the illusion of free speech is more important than actually having free speech itself. So you saying, Johnny, we've only got freedom of speech until it starts upsetting people? Then we haven't really got freedom of speech at all? We're just imagining we have?
Free speech is far from free. Commonly known as civil discourse or the open exchange of ideas, freedom of speech comes at the cost of valuing the right to express one's opinions without the fear of censorship or restraint.
Until you start saying things that they don't bloody like. I mean, back in the old days, Johnny, a lot of these bloody thoughts and opinions were very private and they were just kept in people's heads and no one actually said anything. But these days, you can just get on Facebook and you can waffle on because you're having a shitty day, say a few things about transsexual people or a certain side of government. Johnny, are we just talking about a downfall of good manners?
The status quo. Terms like PC, woke, and most recently critical race theory have been turned into dog whistles for outrage and disingenuous discourse decrying the destruction of American freedom.
We've got to get down to the problems. We can't worry about being politically correct.
A new piece of legislation for the upcoming legislative session called Stop Wrongs Against Our Kids and Employees Act, the Stop Woke Act.
The next thing we know, the federal government has special training classes in critical race theory. How did it happen?
To me, political correctness is tyranny. Just tyranny with manners.
It seems that a deteriorating society is exactly what political correctness strives for.
None of this is to say that online bullying, harassment, and mob mentality don't exist. Of course they exist, and they exist beyond ideological constraints. A collection of people getting together to complain about something online behind the security of anonymity and digital distance is as old as an internet connection.
Johnny, when Facebook came in and all that, the golden years of Facebook, if you had a restaurant, you could make your Facebook page, you could have comments down the bottom, and everyone expected, all these positive bloody vibes, and yes, it's a wonderful restaurant, blah, 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 but people started saying your restaurant's fucking shit. And the restaurant people, even though it was freedom of speech, well, they didn't like that because, it could destroy the restaurant. Johnny, if you've got a restaurant and it's a shitty restaurant, shouldn't people be made aware of that?
What the coverage of cancel culture has done is flatten any and all semblance of critique or call for accountability into just one thing: being canceled. As a result of that flattening, the phrase cancellation implies that whatever criticisms are being lobbed at something are simply the product of the unhinged outrage of people unable to enjoy anything in life and who want to suppress your ability to say and do what you want.
But these days, if you want to go on YouTube and come under fire for putting out a program that may be a bit bloody controversial, instead of putting videos up on how to cook a good apple pie or how to change your tyre on your bloody Bronco, if you start getting into the political sphere of things, or
It's a toxic thing that people are doing.
or in the sphere of saying what you think, then people start to say, no, we like free speech, but only when we agree with it. Right, yes, I see, yes. And governments don't like that side of freedom of speech, Johnny, especially if a pandemic may erupt somewhere and they have to get a certain message across that they want to get across, and getting that message across might be inhibited by dickheads like you and me. Well, that's easier said than fucking done, Johnny, I can tell. I mean, Johnny, if you had a thing on your laptop, for instance, a little box door on your laptop, and when you said something offensive to someone, that door would open and a fist would come out and punch you straight in the fucking nose from the person you offended, I think you'd find people wouldn't be... So, Johnny, you mean a fist? An actual fist coming out of the screen, do you? That's bloody, yeah. A fist come out like on the Jetsons or something and fucking goes whack right in your nose every time you said something that offended somebody. I think you'd find that people would stop saying things that offended certain people on the internet. Of course, that doesn't happen, Johnny, so people can say whatever they like to some poor old Joe Blow on the other side of the world because they're just going to make themselves a cup of coffee and go on offending someone else. Because let's face it, Johnny, a lot of things have been said to you and me that if we were standing there in person, we probably would have thumped the bastard in the nose for saying it. But Johnny, what about that bloke the other day who said we were the biggest fucking pair of idiots he'd ever fucking seen? But Johnny, forget all that bloody stuff. The worst case scenario, yes, the worst case scenario is that governments could use this sort of sentiment to stifle any sort of criticism that's made of the government. Yes, the government. I mean, it's happening already. The US government reckons they're going to go after Elon. Yeah, our friend Elon, because they reckon he's wielding too much power and could be a threat to the bloody state. But Johnny, if there was a fist coming out of the screen, couldn't the government get in control of the fists, and every time someone made a bloody subversive remark or criticised the government could send the fist out and punch her in the nose? I think that's a real issue, and I don't think you've thought it through. It's not a bad idea. We might look into that. Get Elon on it. Elon could come up with this fist bloody thing, and I think that's the sort of thing Elon, I reckon, would like to work on. He could put a couple of $1 billion towards it.